Book tasting. Library media specialist Deborah Scally, and Richard's Team Academy. What is a genre? A word from the French which means category, a word used to describe the various types of books, literature. A group of books, literature, classified by common characteristics. Fiction. Stories that are made up in the mind of the author. Make believe or imaginary. Can be based on the truth. One of the two largest categories in the Ann Richards Library. Fiction genres: realistic fiction, historical fiction, fantasy, science fiction, action, adventure, mystery, humor, horror, romance, and fairy tales. Realistic fiction: a story using made up characters that could happen in real life. These are some examples. Historical fiction: a fictional story that takes place in a particular place in a particular time period in the past. Often the setting is real. The characters may be real or made up. Historical facts are often woven into the story. Here are some examples. Fantasy: a story that includes elements that are impossible, may have magical talking animals or magical powers, often takes place in the medieval or non existent worlds. Think fairies and mythical creatures. Here are some more examples. Science fiction: it uses science and technology, may have robots, time machines, spaceflight, extraterrestrial life, etc. Here are some examples. Action adventure: often man against nature, some kind of conflict, risk, and physical danger. Here are examples of this. Mystery: a detective or other professional solves a crime or series of crimes. These are examples of mysteries. Humor: comical and amusing story involving laughter. Usually a happy ending, but not always. Laughter through tears. Here's examples of humor. Scary: its aim is to frighten, scare, and terrorize, causes a sense of panic, fear, and alarm. These are examples of scary stories. Romance: a central love story. Example: falling in or out of love, usually with a happy ending, full of emotion. Here are examples. Folktales are traditional literature. Stories passed down from generation to generation contain cultural traditions, rules, and rituals. Sometimes religious beliefs are included. Usually has a moral of the story or lesson learned. Some are classified in the 292 or 398 section. Folktale traditional genres: myths, folktales, nursery rhymes, epics, hero stories, legends, tall tales, fables, and fairy tales. Fairy tales retold in fiction. These are examples. Drama: works written in dramatic form, collection of short plays or book length plays. Example: works of Shakespeare. Poetry: verse written to create a response of thought and feeling from the reader. Often uses rhythm to convey its meaning. There are many, many kinds of poetry: limericks, haiku, acrostic, just to name a few. Here's examples. Nonfiction genres are informational, biography, autobiography. Here are examples. Cross genre: books that fall into more than one genre. Romance and fantasy, or historical fiction and adventure are examples. Citation: book pictures came from the Library Corporation online catalog.